Okay, we got a question here from one of our viewers. Wants to know if they can retire at 55 years old, have a $400,000 saved by that age, and they have a pension. So we're going to take a look and review this particular situation, see if it makes sense to retire early. And I want to thank you. My name is Richard with Wisdom Investor. Our goal here is to help you accumulate a nest egg for retirement, build your financial wealth. Also, we're going to cover this topic on pensions. Very important topic, and because many of these pensions are unfunded going into the future. Okay, here's the facts to the case here. This person here is at age 55, estimate they'll have a $44,000 a year pension from the state of California. So they're living in California. They want to know if they can retire early. And the pension's adjusted to inflation. They also have health care 100% covered. So that's incredible there, what some of these states and governments are doing. And it's excellent there for this particular person. But it may be tough on taxpayers. We'll talk about that in a minute. This person also has $90K estimated in 457B plan, which they'll be able to withdraw at age 55. This person's saying they may need an extra $12,000 to $15,000 per year, and they could take from this fund first. And then they also have $200,000 traditional IRA. They'll have to wait till 59 and a half to withdraw on this. And they have a $100,000 in brokerage account and $20,000 to $30,000 in emergency savings. They're estimating the Social Security to be, depending on the age that they take Social Security, would be the amounts here starting at $1,330, $1,890, and $2,340. So we're going to take a look at this situation here. And again, they're living in California. This person also said they may need to move to a lower rent area. We'll take a look at cost of living here. So we have a couple of factors here to think about. One is the tax. We're not talking about taxes here at this point, and cost of living. What's the cost of living like in California? Let's just get an idea here. Here's from Smart Asset website. Home value versus rent. California's 5th largest city. Average market monthly rent. Los Angeles about $1,700. San Diego $2,200, almost $23. San Jose $3,300. San Francisco $3,100, and Fresno about $1,200. So you have to take into account what your living expenses in the area you're living. Also, other factors here: utilities, food. They're estimating food expenses about $3,500 per year on one person, no children. Transportation costs, you have cost of insurance, and then of course taxes. California here is not exactly tax-friendly state. It's one of the least tax-friendly. This person here with this pension here, in just some round numbers here, could be paying total taxes from federal and state about $6,800 out of that $44,000. So that's going to eat away at their funds for retirement. So $44,000 a year, approximately say $6,000 in taxes. That's going to put us down to about $38,000. There's going to be living expenses associated with this. So can this person retire at age 55? That's the question. Now, the good thing is here, they are going to be able to take out some additional funds if they need it at age 55, $12,000 to $15K and a 457. Of course, you're going to have to subtract some tax on that also. Now, if this person is renting, and let's say they're paying an average cost of about $2,000, their housing costs, or excuse me, living costs for this person on a yearly basis is going to pretty much consume this $44,000. Average living cost on the low end for retirees is typically around $35,000. On the high ends, around $45,000. Now, when you get into your high tax states, high cost living states like the East Coast and West Coast, then those numbers go up quite a bit. So this person does have some extra funds here to pull from. Also, they have a brokerage account. They could pull from this brokerage account. And then they have emergency savings, $20,000 to $30,000. This person doesn't have any plan on buying a house, just renting. So factors that continue to go up while in retirement is healthcare. Fortunately, they have 100% covered, and that's incredible. Most people are looking at either getting insurance on their own, especially if they're before age 55, or once they hit 65, then they qualify for Medicare. But it is important to have an emergency savings. Overall, this person here has a pretty good plan. Now, we're going to talk about these pensions here in just a minute because they're grossly underfunded in most states. And who's going to pay for this? Not necessarily this person here. They're going to benefit from an excellent pension, but those folks living in those states may have some penalties, tax penalties to face down the road here. We're going to take a look at that. But it's important to have some kind of emergency savings, especially if you own a house. Roof may need to be repaired. You may have to paint the house. Unexpected plumbing issues, all types of issues can come up. And then what's going to benefit this person too, once they hit 62, they're going to be able to start withdrawing from their Social Security. And that's, I think, is going to be a benefit. So at age 62, they can take out $1,300. If they wait till 67, about $1,800 per month extra. Let's talk about these pension issues right now. We have several states that these pensions are grossly underfunded, and that's going to come to a head at some point. It could be a crisis, and it's going to hurt people in those states. But this is what they're saying about California. It said, with very little media notice, the Federal Reserve System late last year doubled its calculation of state and local governments' unfunded pension liabilities to $4.1 trillion. Incredible amount of underfunding there. Using the methodology CalPERS, which is the California Retirement Benefit Program, current unfunded liabilities officially $179 billion. Could be more like $360 billion. And it's really incredible what's going on in many of these states here as far as being underfunded. So the court systems right now are in favor of these pension programs. When I say they're not ruling against them, even though they're underfunded. They're saying that the employee was promised this amount of money when they started to work, and the governments need to make sure that they pay them. So what that means is schools, fire departments, local government agencies have to make those extra payments, and they have to cut back on what it costs to operate. And that's going to hurt everybody down the road here. In a website here called Catalyst, here's a guest author, Anil Narala. Warren Buffett warns movers to avoid states with large unfunded pension liabilities. So Warren Buffett himself is saying we need to be very careful. Let's look on down here. In fact, underfunding of American public pensions might be anywhere from $1.6 trillion to $5.96 trillion. Arkansas Public Employees Retirement System, whose debt has ballooned over the past 22 years from $229 million overfunded. They were overfunded. They had more money than they needed at one time. Now they're $2.28 billion underfunded. Here's a look at the states that are most underfunded and the least underfunded. So the states that are in a better position to handle this are, there's Florida for one, Tennessee, Nebraska, some of these mountain states here, Idaho, Utah. Indiana is actually in pretty good pretty good position here. The East Coast here, the Northeast is so kind of in the middle. Texas, Oklahoma, not too bad a shape. But you look over here at California, Nevada, Oregon. These are states that are heavy union and they have a high debt. Even Alaska here is bad shape. We talked about Illinois, Ohio. These are the states Warren Buffett's saying you probably want to watch out if you're going to retire and move to one of those states. Last little article out of this section here. In 2018, the Chicago Fed released a report calling for statewide property tax to pay for Illinois' unfunded pension. So that's where they're going to come and get it. They're going to get it from the taxpayers. So back to our question here from this person here that says, can I retire at 55 years old with $400K saved and a pension? In this particular case, I would say this person would be able to do it. I think they have enough backup money. We talked about the pensions here just a second ago. So far, the courts are ruling in favor of the employees that they're going to get what they've been promised. That would be the only thing I'd be concerned with in this case, is making sure I'm going to get my pension. If not, this person's situation drastically changes. If everything stays the way it is right now, they've got their health care paid for, they've got their pension, plus additional savings. They've done a pretty good job overall in saving. So I think this person could go ahead and retire. So can I retire at 55 in this case? Yes, I think this person could do it if they continue with the plan that they have now. So I want to thank you for watching this video here. If you have any comments, leave a comment. Again, we talked about, can I retire at 55 years old? I want to thank you for watching here. Leave a positive comment, a thumbs up if you like the video.